Moo and welcome to the Pinktron. I'm Craig Martin and I am drinking a Cracked Canoe Ultra Premium Light from Moosehead Breweries. We have with me Steph Etienne. Steph, what are you drinking?
Still committing to the bit. Fanta this time, no lemon, but regular orange.
Fanta Orange. And we also have John Keenan. John, what are you drinking?
Could not find Fanta in my local market, so I went for some ginger ale.
Ah, yes, good stuff.
That seems
And
strange. It
yeah,
seems strange we can't find Fanta.
yeah. Little bit of a spicy drink and spicy, spicy, spicy. We all did Herd Summer Racing League, the ITT with points on Scotland After Party. So all three of us did it, and or no, John and I did it. Steph didn't do it. Sorry, Steph.
Uh, FM viewed.
Yeah, yeah. You were on Discord. Confused me.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is a spicy root. That was fun. What do you think,
Yeah,
John?
read instructions before you do the race.
Read the rules.
Yeah,
Read the rules.
I
So,
read them and I thought, oh, that's going to be awful. Four times up the reverse kicker. Like, that's
yeah,
not going to be fun at all. And then I read it again and realized, no, it's your fastest time up the
yeah,
kicker.
yeah. Your fastest one time of
Yeah.
going when you don't even go through the whole segment the first time.
You do the whole segment the first time, don't you?
I don't think so because you come out of the
Just
pens and you go right immediately. I think you start partway through the segment, don't you?
I know the segment, the Clyde kicker reverse starts halfway through a lap, or when you
yeah.
do the
Yeah,
steep pinch after you cross the lap banner. After a while, after you cross the church, there's a uh, to the left uphill section, and the segment starts right after that. It's a bit up and down, and then you have that final kicker before you take the left to till the banner.
Yeah, it's a good half a lap before you get to the first one. And that, yeah, that hill just scrubs all your speed off. So you start it
Yeah,
painfully slow. It just feels super slow. And yeah, there's a
yeah,
flathead and then hit the hill. But yeah, I was grateful. I read it again and realized, no, wait, this is just your fastest time. So you just really have to hit it hard once.
yeah.
I suppose if you missed it or you could do it a second time. But yeah, the other times I was just trying to hold FTP and go a little bit harder on the steep bits and hang on, really recover a little bit on the downhill, but um, more TT like, knowing that it was going to be really awful on the Skur Summit North, which I don't know, gravel bikes, TT bikes on gravel feels like riding through mustard, mashed potatoes, some food oriented thing because that just felt slow going up.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And there was definitely, because I was fan viewing, people definitely with different choices. There were TTs, full TTs with discs. I saw, I assume, road bikes.
Well,
Couple of
probably their
I
fully
see.
upgraded bike. I think that was our debate, right? Do you go with a fully upgraded whatever you have, or do you go with a TT bike, which I haven't even got one upgrade on? So,
Well, I think that there are still a lot of people, especially that race quite oftenly or do ZRL or whatever, have some sort of upgraded TTT just as maybe as a third bike for the Halo bikes, that sort of thing.
mhm.
So yeah, I saw one Tron,
yeah.
but yeah, it
And Steve Pritchard
seems yeah.
was flirting with making a bike change at the bottom of the Skur. I don't know if he ended up doing it.
I did it. So did Steve.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah,
did you go with gravel bike or mountain bike?
I'm a gravel.
Gravel.
Yeah. And I think that no, it didn't. I thought no, it didn't. Okay. It didn't get me anything. So
Yeah, yeah, and I
Oh,
think
your
for
time on segment was not well, because I think you probably gained 15 seconds on the segment, but yeah, do you lose 15 segments switching bikes?
well, so I was last on the segment and I was a minute and a half behind the person who finished ahead of me as far as overall time and 3 minutes ahead of the next person. So
Yeah,
it didn't make any difference whatsoever to have done it or not.
right. I mean, the triple
yeah,
points on the kicker are huge.
Yeah, triple might have been a lot.
Yeah. I don't think, have
Um,
we done anything that asymmetric before? I don't remember. I mean, we've done
well,
lots of different segments on a,
yeah, so we used to just do 1 point per place on the finish, no matter how many segments there were. So that
yeah,
made things different.
yeah, right, right.
Um, yeah,
yeah, and it seems for that glide kicker also that I think most people just went on the first time, just chose that as our FTS segment, and then chose wrote the rest at their TT pace. There will probably be some people that maybe still saw some people still sprinting up that last kicker, but that maybe just because it's uphill.
yeah. So I think we had we had one rider, at least one rider do their, yeah, one rider did their best on the last one. Another rider did their effort on the second one. So we were kind of
Okay.
all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah, can be a choice where you want to, if you want to do it like the first segment, because then you're the freshest. It's also quite early in your TT effort, so you can settle them back into your TT pace for the next 3 laps, and then have for your final effort of the climb. Yeah,
Yeah.
depending on where you want to place it.
So I think, I mean, the argument for doing it last is that you know what you're up against.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. Or, I mean, I would probably do it if I wanted to do that, I would probably do it second lap, where I see I think most people are going to do it first lap. I see what
yeah,
they've done and I have a target. But I don't know that segment well enough that that really tells me much anyway.
Can you see what
yeah.
they
It's
did? I don't, I didn't see the pop-up, but maybe my screen.
Um, I did on sauce.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. My sauce display hides the Zwift pop-up, so
Yeah. I
I couldn't
didn't.
tell you.
it, it should have been because yeah, I was fan viewing, so I saw everybody's so the total the just leaderboard for the for all classes, but it was visible, so should have should be visible for everybody.
Yeah, I think I might have hit the button at some point or a sweat drop hit it.
Yeah, if you switch to your like your uh, power data, so your 10 minutes, your 20 minutes or so, if you have that, you won't see the segment pop up. Yeah, yeah, it's a nasty one, and as it's seeing his name pop up, Bart van der Linde just destroyed
Yeah.
everybody. He was just in chase mode. I was fan viewing the first people like you and you, John, started, and I saw, oh, Bart started, and he just went chasing everybody down. I don't know at what, if you counted by the first rider starting, at what time he started at what place, but I think he finished like he was fourth across the line. I think at the finish, so he must have he caught a bunch of people. He was a
I mean, he was
yeah
25
was
seconds faster up the Skur than anyone else. Like
Yeah.
yeah and
ridiculous.
5 seconds faster than everybody else on Clyde Kicker, which is it was so guide I think went below 40 seconds on the Clyde Kicker and below 3 minutes on the Skur. So yeah,
That's just huge power.
he was 49 seconds faster than every. His final time was 49 seconds better than the next one.
Yeah. So, yeah,
But
really
he's
fun
he,
concept. Yeah, I get what people are saying that maybe 3 points per place for the sprint might be a lot. But it's what it is.
Yeah, no, it was an interesting. Uh, I think I liked it better knowing I just had to do it once on a
Yeah,
TT, but I
yeah.
don't know,
But
different race.
yeah, anyway, that was it, and it was definitely fun. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, because I was trying to figure out because Hugh was a whole lap in front of me, so I was trying to
Mm.
figure out how things were going with Hugh and back and forth and all. Anyway, yeah, it was quite a lot. Yeah, it was fun. Okay, so and then herd beginner racing, we have Queens Highway. Um, 3 laps for the top three categories and two for the bottom two, I believe.
yeah. So quite short. It's not really long. The those two with the 2 laps, it's only 8.7 kilometers, and for the 3 laps, it's 11.7. So a
Yep.
bit on the shorter side, but as we were talking mentioned in a previous chat, I think this is a newer course in the HBR rotation. So Nathan Tractor, who runs HBR, might want to check how the times are going for these, and maybe see how it goes, and then maybe probably you can do like maybe depending on the bands from a lap per band, maybe beating us, and maybe like 5-6 laps for the highest band.
Yeah, maybe 5 and 3.
Yeah,
But you know what? I don't mind 3 and 2 either. It's
yeah,
quick.
short for
It's
yeah,
quick, but stuff's always stuff is happening the whole time on this route.
it's
You're
very
yeah,
lengthy.
you're going up, you're going down, you're going up, you're going down, you're going around a corner. It's yeah, it's yeah. There's not really any spot where you're just sitting in for more than well, pretty much the only spot is um just after the lap banner where you turn left and go straight with a slight downhill for quite a while. And generally that's where people are either trying to get back on or trying to create it, like that's the finishing the finishing blow of a move usually on that spot.
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. If you're just yeah, it's each BR is just a scratch race, but I've done this on a points race with that segment, and that's usually indeed after the segment it's just we're trying to recover, but don't lose your group or whatever. So, but yeah, so yeah, like I said, it's just up and down. There's no flat section in this entire course. And yeah, it's the last kilometer or a bit more than a kilometer is all uphill, slides downhill into the final sprint. So you have the sprint segment is 400 meters, but I think not that it really counts because it's not FTS, but you have a slight downhill and then you take a 90-degree left turn and then it's uphill for well 5%. I think it's not steep, but it's a kicker definitely. If you for timing you want to, yeah, I wouldn't go like some people with on points races at the start of the segment, but you definitely want to carry speed into that downhill. So when you hit and maybe start your sprint before the corner or at the corner, that you have your top speeds.
Yeah.
For the up.
I would say expect something the second last time you go through the sprint banner, whether you're doing 2 laps or 3. So if you're doing 2 laps, it'll be your second time through the banner because you go through. There's the lead in,
yeah,
and a lap. So the second time through the banner for the bottom 2 categories, third time through the banner for the top 3. That's where I would expect it may be a move because that loop it's only 3 kilometers. You might not have a winning move from there, but you can certainly thin the herd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and after you can push it, and if you have a gap, you have about with a small false flatty thing at the beginning, but basically you have a kilometer of downhill, then a bit of a kicker, then downhill, and then the last K 1.2 kilometers is again uphill. So if you were able to create a gap on that penultimate going through the lap, and you have a gap of a couple of seconds, if you push it on the downhill, you can maybe extend the gap if people.
Yeah, because that bottom of the course, that left-hand turn, where you go downhill into the left-hand turn. So not the one after the straight, the long straight, but you go up and then there's a little roller straight down and a 90-degree left. That's the low point in the course. And then I think there's a little 5% segment, then a 4%, and then that the right up to the finish, it's 5%. So, or there's a 5% little bit. So yeah, it's
like a fun one. I haven't raced since July. I just looked at my list. I haven't raced since the beginning of July, but I had a blast today. So now I'm thinking, ooh, I might do this on Sunday.
Yeah.
Last race. Looks like it might fit my calendar.
Yeah, it's definitely a course that's being used for crit race series or points races, or even seen it. I haven't done it before, but I know it's that and the other one, the reverse version is used for ladder also as well.
Be a good ladder course, sure.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's a short one, so you expect, since it's on the shorter side, 12K. That's gonna could be under 20 minutes, maybe. Well, definitely, because usually they're above 30K, so yeah, can be a fast race. So the attrition of those, even though it's not very long hills. If the pace is high, it can definitely be a hard race since it's a shorter race. People have it's FTP territory, length territory, so it could be a very attritional hard race.
Yeah. No, it's anyway, it's a fun one. I really like this route for well, and the what is it, Duchy Estate in the other direction.
Yeah,
I think
I
they're
was
both
thinking
really good. They're
about
both really good. I mean they race a
yeah.
little bit differently, but they're both really good race routes. So I think they should both stay in rotation. Yeah, so anyway, that's the herd racing. Um
Yeah, because I think this is because Nathan has done the Bell app as the crits courses, but this is a step up from the in the crit style courses as a bit of more difficult because it's more up and down.
Yeah, there's a little bit more rolling. The laps
Yeah,
longer. It's a good course, but yeah, the 2 laps and three is not intimidating.
yeah,
That's good, I think. Yeah. So in other news, we have there's been some announcements on ZRL. Format change, format change. You know, surprise, surprise.
like I've seen in many chats, they keep changing it every year. They're bound to change something.
Yeah. So this year, all 4 rounds are 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So last year, the fourth round was 4 weeks. Yeah,
And I think the first one was also 4 weeks.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think you're right.
yeah. I think this is just the classic 6 weeks that people know it.
Yep. So roster size is reduced from 12 to 10, and your riders in each race is reduced from 6 to 5. So yeah, I mean, you still have twice as many riders as you use each week as your maximum team size, but you only have 5 spare
Yeah,
as opposed to 6 spare. So anyway, that's that. Um,
yeah.
yeah,
Probably,
from what I heard, there was some teams that were campaigning pretty hard for that. So okay. Um, I mean,
yeah,
I don't have an
yeah,
issue with it either. There's fewer people racing than there were in 21, 22. So, it's fine. It
I
let
think
it
it's.
we get more teams, and that's better.
I think Mario answered maybe some the thing the women also, but yeah,
Yeah.
it will definitely since there's two riders less per team, and it will create more teams in general because if you have the maybe the same pool changes every year, but that want to race, those riders have to go somewhere. So maybe new teams are getting formed. Who knows?
Yeah. Um, FTS points. It says now be awarded to the top 10 riders, 15 for first, down to 1 for 10th. I thought that was the way it worked last year too, wasn't it? Or did they change that halfway through last year, maybe? I can't remember. But I didn't think it was only
Yeah.
5 points last season. I thought that was 2 years ago. Anyway, but yeah, race of truth format. So race one will be no draft. Otherwise a points race. So Dirt did this in Dirt Racing Series last year, and I think they'd done it before as well. It's interesting. Um, it's we just did it. We just talked about this sort of format, um, except we use TT bikes in HSRL, but this one will be mass start, I assume. So
Yeah,
yeah, that changes it a little bit because you have more information on what other people are doing. But yep.
yeah, but it will be interesting because although maybe you will notice it because as we all know, in being the drafts gives you a greater advantage. But yeah, let's will be interesting how that plays out in terms of group dynamics and people maybe hiding. Like I said, big sprinters just being at the back of the group, just using all the draft and just going for the segments depending on how the route is. It's
Yeah.
a flatter course.
So
But yeah,
on
it's
the
interesting.
you know, WTRL always changes their mind category. They had a cadence rule where everybody was required to have actual cadence sensors that algorithmically generated cadence values were not valid, but
Hmm.
that's everybody with a Zwift ride and kicker core is almost definitely using that. So yeah, that was backed off from when, yeah, I'm not surprised.
Is that why they replaced it with Jersey rules will be strictly enforced? Like who's going to be doing that?
So I predict that no one will be doing that.
Yeah.
Um, but because that's been said before.
Oh, I
But
guess I didn't notice.
yeah. Anyway, we'll
I
find
wonder
out.
they're gonna enforce that
Hmm.
because sometimes we see it even in ladder races that people just forget to change their maybe their jersey and then
Well, if people forget to change their
with,
jersey, people change their jersey in the pen and it doesn't show for other people. Like
yeah
this is silly. Um,
yeah also maybe interesting maybe I wouldn't say not how controversial, but steering will be enabled for all races for the first time. So
Mm.
yeah, people still have some that don't have steering still have some problems. So if people
yeah,
yeah it can be used to really annoy people. Like if you know you have people if you're with somebody uh, and with one has steering, one doesn't have steering. You see more sometimes in ladder, which is smaller groups, that the guy with steering is going steering left to right
yeah,
to don't get the person without steering any draw afterward can't follow. So yeah, but that's they're just silly things. But yeah, I think most you see it more and more now for in ladder. It's more the people without steering are the minority in ladder racing, but that makes sense because you're only 10 people and there it can be a huge advantage. Also in other races, steering, but yeah.
And they're doing the development categories again this year, maybe?
Yeah, yeah. I think that stays.
Okay.
I
I
think
don't see
so.
it.
Oh,
I don't really, no, I haven't looked into it, but I don't know what they mean by the rider for hire system. It just that from the looks
I
of it,
think
it
it's just
seems like a
a looking through
recruitment
team
system.
function. Yeah,
Yeah, it leans more like a recruiting. team looking for teamless riders. And because for me it sounded like, we're, for whatever reason, we're down to 5 people. Can I borrow a rider from another team, which is technically possible because I think there are riders you can be on Sword. I don't know how many you could be on a number of teams as one rider, but I can't remember it. 'Cause first it looked like something like that you had to just, we're a man too short. Can I borrow one of your free riders? Or
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a looking for team function. Um,
yeah, how they word it, it seems it that way.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah, for the rest, it doesn't seem that much.
I'm trying to
Uh,
I'm trying to
other
confirm if they
other
are doing the dev categories or low categories or whatever.
It's on the
well,
resources. It's still listed, but I don't know if that's a
does
leftover.
Yeah, it's
well,
hard to tell.
but it doesn't mention also that it's going away. And I've seen talks about in chat groups about the dev team still having their dev team still of it, still probably enabled. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably racing up from my current low C into B. So,
The
Oh,
B dev,
oh,
hmm?
the development category
No, I don't think so.
standard.
Yeah, I just don't think that's an option. So, oh yeah, dev.
no,
Yeah, so development is on. It's in the because it's so easy to find things. So it's in
Yeah.
the grid of time zones. There's development time slots and regular time slots in the giant eye test chart.
That is an eye test chart. Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
didn't know that the development thing is that makes sense. Yeah, that they have their own
well, so they're just trying to
time slots.
say that development will happen in these slots, and it's a subset of the other slots. Um, anyway, yeah,
But it's the same as that as the league, but just
yeah,
separately. Okay, also seems that because that Race of Truth was the first race, it replaced one of the TTTs. So you have
yeah, that makes
two
sense.
points races, two scratch races, a TTT, and then the Race of Truth ITT. Technically, with an FTS segment, basically what we did, but mass start. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, points, scratch, TTT, points,
Oh,
scratch, race of truth. Yep.
that Montmartre is an interesting one for that because with all the sprint segments, well,
Yeah, it's a lot of segments. That is a lot of segments, but most of the points are first across line, so it just turns
yeah,
into yeah,
indeed, an ITT essentially.
yeah, with with intermediate points, and everybody can see exactly where they are, so it's a sprint without draft. Interesting. See how it goes.
Yeah, seems only by the looks of it, only for only for week two. There's a split between I think the A's and B's and the C's and D's. For the rest, it's the same course. So
Yeah.
well, oh no, no, for race two there is also a difference in the it's the same course, but since it's in Brook Sketch Race, so it's one lap more for the A's and B's.
Okay, makes sense.
And a couple of the newer routes, yeah, like Montmartre Mixer, Euromaze for the season. These on week 3 is one of the, I think, that's now introduced in the set racing series. And then you have on race 6 Spiral Summit, which is also a newer one.
Spiral Summit.
I don't know that
Yeah,
one.
it's
Did they just introduce it, or have they
I
not
don't know
yeah,
that
introduced
one
it's
it
a
yet?
either.
new yeah, it's a new one that was introduced recently.
Hmm.
It's interesting. You start at um, jungle pants, quote unquote, and then you take a left turn. You go down, so down back to the
Oh,
rest of Watopia. Yeah, and you do
Do
go
Jarvis.
through the Estes, through the volcano, do 2 laps of uh, clock counterclockwise of
Jarvis.
Jarvis Island, and then finish on top of
Volcano.
Volcano K
Huh.
as a
Yeah.
points race. So that's quite interesting because everything is in the last half. Two times Jarvis KOM, 2 times the sprints where you
Yeah.
go with
Jarvis
speed
Sprint,
because you
Jarvis Sprint, Volcano.
after the downhill. It's a less tactical one. The other one is a bit more tactical, but sprints followed directly by the KOM, and then you have also the Volcano KOM as a segment, I think.
At the top, I assume.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably maybe they put it. I would say after the banner, but Marjolein has made it possible so to have the final climb finishing of the final segment finishing at the fin that the segment and the finish line are at the same point, and the segment is able to count for FTS. So would assume that Central can do the same. Know that in the past there were some issues with that.
Yeah.
Well, that's about it, I think. Well, it starts roughly in a month, the 22nd of September.
Yeah. In other news, ECRO Chasing Red is up. So this is their parallel to the Vuelta, in something hugely more reasonable than their Chasing Yellow format. This one goes Saturday, Sunday this weekend, then Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the next 3 weekends. So there are 11 stages with uh, starting with an ITT and another ITT on September 11th. So that's an interesting one. I think I plan to do it with I think the team is herd mentality. So
mm,
I think there's three herd teams in ECRO right now. So herd mentality and flying chupacabras, I think.
yeah, it's a lot more reasonable just doing weekend races. Like,
Well, yeah, and you're not you actually have days off as well.
yeah.
So reasonable from both a time management and effort management perspective.
Hmm.
3 days in a row of racing is still tough, but
Yes, that's
because
not.
they're not over. So yeah, second weekend is Downtown Titans, Paris Toujours, and Octoban.
Octobahn,
Cobblers
you go up
Crown, forget
Skyway,
about
right?
it. Shorelines and Summits. Yeah, so the Saturday races are all over 50K,
Oof.
except this weekend. So Perry Two Shore is 72.3. Forget About It is 79. Then London Pretzel is 51.4.
Oh, the pretzel. Yuck.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna do it and we'll see how it goes. I'm predicting not well.
Yeah. Those are some long races.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah,
short.
it's kind of, I think, like Chris or Sean has said in the past, yeah, since it mimics the tours a bit, it's tries also to capture that. You can't do, of course, you can't do 150, 200 kilometers stages well, you can technically, but want to do it. uh, but
Yeah.
uh, but they want to mimic that a bit of that attrition, since this one is only three weekends, so three times three three of 3 days racing. With the other ones, it's really mimics the tours with like 21 stages with the rest days, and also a variation of, there probably will be longer combination of shorter to longer stages, but yeah, mimics that bit also that attritional value of not just long stages, but the
Repeated. Yeah.
sequential, the sequentialness of it, of
Yeah.
repeated days of racing after each other,
Yeah.
day after day.
No, absolutely.
Was it a mass start or are you only seeing your
No,
category?
it's master. You see all the categories, you draft all the categories.
Okay.
Um, Teamwork with between categories happens. It's
Oh,
yeah. So
Yeah, I think I haven't checked it, but probably have heard something. FRR probably will do something similar. They tend to do so bigger round this time, bigger stage races.
yeah. Yep. So anyway, that is that.
In other news, there was also an update
Yep.
1.120, some new Shimano Durace wheels, another inclusion of some wheels. But I think the more interesting one is you can now save your wheel set to your frame, so you can create basically your
Ah.
setup, ATOS with your climbing setup, your gravel setup, your TT setup, whatever.
Yep.
So that can be interesting. That when you swap, for instance, with like you did now that you have, if you switch into in mid race, you can have your setup with your wheels there. You don't have to first select your 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 bike and then your wheels again. If you select your bike, it should be same. And usually, which we know as a trick already, that if you certain you're gonna change bike, you select the bike you wanna select to have it on the second position in the last ride in your frame list, so it's easily to swap. But yeah, also yeah, as a also a request from Eric Slanger to save colorways and uh, archive or delete equipment or sell them back at for half for a portion of the price you bought your wheels or your frame or whatever.
Yeah. So it does look like the new Shimano disc wheels are the new fastest.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah.
Yeah, or some smaller tweaks that the tarmac, Specialized tarmac SL8 will be renamed to the Specialized S-Work tarmac SL8, and the lava wheels in terms of settings match now are tweaked so they perfectly match the white version that you had to buy because the lava wire, so you could get for free for by doing like a couple of workouts
Yeah.
and some badges for runners, but I don't think we have. There are probably some runners in the herd group in the herd.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a lot of people that run on Zwift.
Yeah,
Everybody I know who of the herd riders who run don't really run on treadmills much. So
No, I like to do it outdoors, but I did find out last week that it counts to extend your streaks, which I didn't.
yes, yes.
That was new to me. That was nice. It's
Oh,
going to
it's
make my
extended.
next
Yeah.
trip when I don't have a bike easier. Can just go on a run.
because like I think we discussed this when we talked about Garmin. If you have a Garmin watch and you have it synced with your with Swift, it should count, or like a bike ride, it should also so count your just your casual or your run outside. So
Yeah, nice.
Yep. So anyway, there we go.
not
On the
many other
subject
news.
of new equipment, Chris King has released a new BMX subset. They haven't made a
Is,
BMX subset in 8 years.
really?
This
Is it
is only
shiny and red?
interesting to me.
I don't know what a subset is in terms
No,
of BMX.
hub
A
set.
hub set. So
Yeah,
it was a
yeah,
was thinking subset. What the hell?
yeah. No, yeah. So new hubs. So the old ones were good enough that several World Cup riders were still digging through old used listings to keep their supply of them, um, and modifying them for disc brakes and everything else. So,
Oh, we hadn't made them for disc brakes yet.
well, so the 2018 BMX disc brakes were unheard of in BMX,
Yeah,
basically,
right.
or they were just starting, and that's when they stopped making the hubs. So people were swapping hub shells, but the alignment was kind of weird, and then somebody came up with anyway, there was one bike shop in, I think, in Houston that was doing some sort of weird custom part that would make these things line up a little bit better. Anyway,
Ooh,
quite the uh, quite the little cottage industry cropped up around modifying these hubs, and
oh,
so they were still outrageously popular. And
yeah.
Chris King has jumped back in, and now they're doing 20 millimeter front axles and 15 millimeter rears. So which is the new competitive standard.
The new standard. Yeah.
So stiffens everything up, I will say that. Because I have run 20 millimeter, and I still have one bike with the old Chris King hubs that has the old 9 millimeter bolt on. And yeah, it actually does stiffen everything up when you bolt the two ends of the fork together with a
Okay.
20 millimeter tube. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. So
Screw it
anyway,
down. Yeah.
exciting for me.
Yeah. New toys. Got to build a new wheel. That's always fun.
Well, so conveniently enough, I have a hub and spokes sitting with no hub, or a rim and spokes sitting without a hub that will fit this hub. So
You lucked out getting the right distance, the right length on your spokes then.
yeah. So I mean, many of the hubs are very close in size.
Yeah, that's true. It's only a few millimeters off.
Yeah. So anyway,
That'd be
that was
good.
my big excitement for this week.
Yeah, I've the week off next week, so probably still haven't booked anything. I'm probably going away for a couple of days, some bikepacking. I just luckily became sick on Monday with a stomach flu. Luckily, it's over since yesterday, today. So luckily that didn't happen. Next
Yeah.
happened. I had to miss work for a week, but yeah.
Yeah, might as well use your vacation for something nice.
Yeah, better than coming sick right when you start your holiday. That would be more bad.
So anyway, that is that. I don't have anything else.
No.
John, what are you up to
No,
coming up?
I got a couple weeks here at home, and then I'm gonna do the big Europe trip, going to Slovenia for the World Masters rowing
Fun.
competition,
Oh,
which
nice.
seems like a real hoot. We've registered for one boat, and now there's a lot. You put your name up on a board and say what you want to row, and I'm already in another boat, and I've contacted a third boat, so we may be doing a few races. And I've talked to a couple people who've been to these in the past. They move them all over the world, obviously,
Yeah.
and they say, "Oh yeah, everybody's there." They're like, if there's a boat with a seat in it, like there's people lined up for it. So like,
Yeah.
just get in line. You can race as much or as little as you want. So
Nice.
really looking forward to that. And then that's like 4 days, and then tooling around to, I think we're going to Vienna and Prague for a few days after that, just to relax. So it'll be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, I think that's the end of her. So everybody, good luck on HSRL this week. Start lining up your ZRL teams. There are many herd teams being formed right now. There's still ladder teams looking for people too, and
Yeah, I was about.
lots of opportunities to race.
Yeah, I was thinking about indeed plugging. Since I'm the herd team's ladder coordinator, the coordinator for the herd ladder teams, I put my 2 monthly every time there's a transfer window. I put my recruitment poster, but it's got luckily somebody linked it as a featured post because it got buried. So, I did it on Thursday during the day and forgot. Oh yeah, it's gonna get buried by all the TTT race reports.
Right.
Yeah. No, so yeah, anyway, that should be good. Yeah, Steph, I'll have to remember to pin that post for you. But yeah, everybody good luck. Join a team, weekly TTT, ladder or ZRL. We'll see if DRS makes a comeback here as far as herd participation, but moo and good night.
The Pink Tron podcast is a production of the Herd Racing League. All nonsense is our own. Thank you to Gavin Ions for the theme music. Moo and ride on.